guys, it is story time. It is new car week here at MotionAuto. That clip that you just seen of that TDI swapped Ranger, I went to buy a dirt bike in a CRF 110, which it happens to be our giveaway for our VIPs starting in February. We are also launching another giveaway February as well, which is gonna be like a normal one. But if you're a VIP member, you'll automatically be entered to win that CRF 110. I was at the guy's house buying the dirt bike. His roommate drove by Ranger with a freaking exhaust stack, and I could just hear the diesel, and I was like, no way that thing's diesel swapped. He's like, oh yeah, it's TDI swapped. And I was like, cool, that thing's freaking awesome. So we did the deal on the dirt bike, loaded up. I said, hey, can I make a quick reel with your Ranger? He so happened to have a TikTok. He said he had a couple million views on his TikTok videos with the Ranger and like showing it off and stuff. I was like, cool. I just, in my head, I was like, cool, that's sweet. When I grew up, I had a Ranger. My first truck was a Ranger. Recently, we did the Ranger Challenge, and I had that turbo 5-liter manual swapped with the turbo on the roof. When I was doing that swap, I ran across the idea of TDI swapped Rangers, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But it didn't make sense to do it with my Ranger, so I actually sold my 5.0 swapped Ranger a couple months ago. Sean's Ranger is currently for sale with the LS swap. Needless to say, that Ranger gave me a little bit of inspiration. And the very next day on Facebook Marketplace, I was literally scrolling. It was like 6 o'clock at night. Bam, 2004 Ford Ranger V6, 3-liter, manual, single cab, short bed, $1,000, has a rod knock. I said, frickin' how you doing? So this is that $1,000 Ranger. Literally drove over to the guy's house, truck and trailer, cash, handed it to him. The bed was completely full of trash. Hooked up the jump pack on it and basically drove it on the trailer. This thing frickin' knocks pretty bad.
Let's start it up real quick.
Yeah, let's hear this thing.
Oh! Yeah, I'd say she's knocking.
It's definitely knocking. I kind of want to put some like 2050 like engine oil in it and see what happens.
Do you really think that would work?
This thing is pretty clean. Look at the tires. This thing is knee deep in rubber. It probably has at least $500 worth of tires on it. It has the catalytic converter. It's a 5-speed manual transmission. It's missing a couple little things, you know, door handles and things like that. The bed probably looks like brand new underneath that cover. Back window's busted out. But overall, I just love these like little single cab short bed. It's just such a cool little truck. Moving on with the story, it just seems like everything's kind of falling into place. We actually have another car that I bought out of state, which is gonna be the final video number 6 of our new car week video series.
Stay tuned for that. It's a big one.
It's gonna be a good video. And that's kind of like the cherry on top, hopefully at the end of this week.
Yeah.
I can't believe I bought that thing. Transporter picked that up. I bought that in Utah. And on the way to me, he had to go through Grand Junction, which is kind of like Montrose. Since the whole TDI swap thing was on my brain, got on the auto auction. I went through and I searched diesel in Colorado, added everything to my watch list. Lo and behold, the day that transporter picked up that thing in Utah, which again, there's on the way to me, there was a buy it now on a 2003 Volkswagen Jetta TDI for $400.
400 bucks?
If you guys would like to follow me right here, literally
right next to it.
On the auctions, they classify them like, what is the damage? Is it a front collision? Is it hail? Is it fire? Is it theft? This was mechanical, but on Insurance Auto Auctions, they actually have a 10-second video of whatever it is running. So like whether it's a diesel truck, whatever, it's a 10-second video of it running. It was running, and in the video it had this squeak. So we'll go ahead and we'll try to insert that clip here. Literally, the transporter on the way here just like threw this on his truck as an extra. He literally stopped there, spent the night, went in the morning, picked this up. So literally in the course of 3 days, seen the Ranger, made a reel of it, put it on Facebook. It got like 800 shares the first night, 30,000 views in like 3 hours. Bought this the next day. The next day, I was talking with the guy about that other car. This was literally buy it now on the auction. I bought it and he picked it up that day, and the next day it got delivered. So what was that, 4 days?
4 days total.
Between 4 days from seeing that, sparking the idea in the head to now having the thing.
You know, one thing I'm learning about you is that you just have no self-control.
No self-control, no self-control. I guess the one thing is that, you know, I love new projects. I think everybody, like, you have an old project, it's easy to just get excited and just be like, okay, cool. You know, I'll work on that one eventually, but check out that new project over there. And I feel like there's some dopamine that gets freaking injected into me from buying new projects. Yep. And this thing, 03, it's actually not bad. It's full of stuff.
Not bad, it's disgusting, dude. What the? Dude,
well,
Okay,
It's-
16-year-old white girl had this car.
Her name was Molly.
No way.
Her name was Molly.
No way.
Her name was Molly.
Oh, dude, it's just chock full of crap, man.
I'm a believer.
Hey, you know what?
I'm a believer.
$400, man. 400 bucks. I'm not upset at it.
So this is the ALH TDI engine. This is supposedly one of the world's most reliable engines. And this thing was 400 bucks, literally. As soon as the transporter got here, we threw his jump pack on it and it literally fired up. It squeaked and then it died.
Does it run?
Well, I charged the battery and it cranks really, really slow. So I think it'll start again. It kind of sounded a little bit funny. We're gonna fire it up.
I want to see if it drives.
I want to see if it drives.
Let's see if it drives.
Okay, we're gonna let the glow plugs rip.
Oh, it has glow plugs?
Well, it's a diesel.
Oh,
it doesn't have spark plugs. Oh, buddy.
That doesn't sound good.
It ran the other day. Buddy, that does not.
Well, I can tell you one thing, it needs motor mounts for sure.
I mean, yeah, I think it's missing the one in the back. That doesn't sound very good.
It doesn't.
It doesn't sound like it. Remember the other day when I said it stopped, it squeaked and it stopped?
Uh-huh.
It started after that, but it now it sounds like there's definitely a squeak.
Yeah.
I was looking at the belt. Look at that. It looks like it wants to start. We need to give this
Really,
thing, we need to give that thing a break. What on this thing would make it squeak and stop? Either the turbo, but the turbo sounded good. The AC compressor down there actually doesn't look that good. The pulley is off of the clutch is off of it. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. So I wonder if we should crank this over by hand and see, or maybe we could just take this belt off of here. All right, so it's a little chilly outside. Looking at this AC compressor, the clutch is missing. It's rusty looking.
We'll get it up in the air and show you guys.
We're gonna get it up in there. We're gonna see. We're gonna take the belt off it and try that. All right, so I just took the belt off of this thing. Look at that. That power steering pump is completely locked up. Look at it. It's polished too. Yeah.
So that was the issue?
That was the issue, just the power steering pump. So
you think it'll start now?
I wonder if it'll start even with the dead battery.
Oh, it starts right up, buddy.
Oh,
give it some gas.
So right off of the turbo, there's a big old flex pipe, and it's broken right there.
So something I just noticed was that it has a fuel leak from the rail right there, and it's just puddling right there. So we might have a little bit of a fire hazard here, pal.
Enough of that on the first day of this video series. I think this needs this same thread, but it's longer.
So we're putting a bolt in the motor mount?
Well, it's just missing. It's just missing. There's a dog leg underneath it, or a dog bone is what it looks like. And it's just missing. So we got a bolt in there. It's not the right bolt, but it's kind of halfway threaded in there. So that should at least help out with the... Let's take this thing for a drive.
All
How long
right.
do you think it'll last on the...
Is it not charging the alternator?
It's not charging the alternator, but we could at least drive it down the road. I want to drive it down the road.
Okay, I'm done.
Oh,
dude.
ready to rip. Let's take it for a burn. See how it does. Should we bring the jump box just in case?
It's not even charged.
Well, it's probably better than nothing. Well, if it dies, you're gonna help push, okay?
Okay. 400 bucks and it runs and drives. Can't really complain about that.
And it makes turbo noises. That's the coolest thing.
Right.
It doesn't have power steering though right now. I don't know why.
You know, my only fear is this thing, maybe catching on fire or something.
You hear that little turbo?
I hear the little turbo.
Oh, buddy, we're boosting.
Lights work?
We're actually boosting. Buddy, this would be...
Oh, she's going.
You feel that?
Yeah.
This would be a great daily.
Wonderful daily.
All right, we're gonna floor it. Oh, there we go. Oh, buddy. Great daily. Feel that torque?
Oh yeah.
That's not bad. Should we drive it some more?
No, I think we are going to be pushing our luck if we do. It's cold, come on.
Let's take it for one more rip.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Gobs of torque?
It's got decent torque.
It's not a lot of power.
Like, oh yeah.
We're doing great.
I don't know how this would be in a Ranger, but if you want to tune them, you can tune the crap out of them. And they make turbos and injectors and like all kinds of stuff. Like this thing is just literally, you could do whatever to it. I'd drive this thing across the country right now. All right, boys, that is it. I would daily this thing. Like,
You're speaking for one of us here, okay?
Oh man, it's stupid. I don't know. Some of you guys might relate, some of you might not. I literally have an R35 GTR at my house. This thing is, I would probably be excited to drive it for like a week and then after that. And so I think the Ranger is gonna be a lot of fun. It's kind of one of those projects, like it's not like it's gonna turn into like my daily or, I mean, it would honestly be a great daily or a shop truck or whatever. It's just kind of like an itch that I want to scratch. I want to play with it. I have some cool ideas for some content with it. I want to try to hook up to heavy things. I want to tow it.
Tow a whole bunch of stuff.
I have a bunch of ideas for content. So let me know what you guys think about this 2003 Volkswagen TDI 1.9 liter ALH turbo diesel engine in that Ford Ranger with a custom adapter kit well, actually it's an off-the-shelf adapter kit. Literally, you buy it, it shows up at your house, you bolt them together, you make some engine mounts, you wire it in there.
You're good to go.
You're good to go. Think of it, we could upgrade the turbo, injectors, the tune.
We could build a motor if we wanted to.
You could build a motor. I mean, people make really good power with these things, but I think, I don't know, it's pretty simple to get them over like 300 and some foot-pounds of torque, or to like 400 foot-pounds of torque. That Ranger with like 400 foot-pounds of torque with this little engine and just be able to like drive it around. I want to put like dual exhaust stacks in it. Like, I have a set of stacks at my dad's house from a long time ago. They were going to go in the bed of my F250. And I decided against it, but I think
it might be
stacks, dual stacks.
It might be time, my friend.
Is like, I just want that to be like the belligerent mobile. That's what I want it to be. Like, I want it to be the belligerent mobile. I want to like either slam it or lift it and maybe do some 14 wides on it.
Oh my God.
Imagine some 14 wides on that thing. Like, I don't know.
That'd be crazy.
I want to build a belligerent mobile. That's a good idea. Appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video where we're going to reveal not the biggest build, because that's probably the biggest build, but probably going to be the fastest thing that I'm ever going to build on the whole entire channel, and it's going to be freaking insane. And that is one of the reasons why we're trying to sell some things. We're trying to put some coin. We're going to try to inject some coin into that. So appreciate you guys watching. See you later.